The train door slammed shut behind me with a metallic crack that echoed too loud for a place that big. My fingers were still curled like they'd been holding something, someone, but all I had now was the cold air and the greasy metal railing biting into my palm. A whistle shrieked. The platform blurred as the train began to move. I ran. Wait. My shoes slipped against the concrete. My chest burned. I reached the edge just in time to see her face through the window, my mother, laughing. Not smiling. Laughing. And then I heard it. A voice from inside the train, muffled but clear enough to slice through everything. Let's see if he can actually make it home this time. My name is Daniel Reyes. I was 29 years old when my own family decided to turn my life into a bet. By then, I had already built something from nothing. At 23, I started a logistics company out of a rented storage unit with exactly $4,200 to my name. By 29, that company was worth $2.8 million, with contracts across 3 states and a monthly revenue averaging $190,000. I didn't just build a business, I built security. For them. My mother and they worked in 12 years. My younger brother, Alex, had dropped out of college twice. My stepfather, Victor, floated between consulting projects that never paid. He covered everything. Mortgage, $3,750 a month. Utilities. Insurance. Groceries. Their debts, $68,000 wiped clean in under a year. He thought I was protecting my family. I didn't realize I was funding their entertainment. The station smelled like burnt coffee and damp concrete. My phone was at 3% battery. No charger. No wallet. Because my mother had told me, just an hour earlier, don't worry, mijo, eBay got everything. We had driven together. She insisted. I remember the exact moment. She wore a red blouse with gold buttons, too flashy for a casual trip. Her nails were freshly done, glossy black. She kept checking her phone, smiling at something she wouldn't show me. Relax, she said, tapping the steering wheel. We're just running an errand. At the station, she hugged me. Todo tight. Todo alone. Stay right here, she said. Ella grabbed the tickets. I waited. 5 minutes. 10. Then the train doors opened. People rushed in. I stepped closer, scanning for her, and that's when the door slammed. And I saw her. Inside. With Alex and Victor. All 3 of them looking straight at me. Laughing. Alex even lifted his phone, like he was recording. That's when the voice came. That line. Let's see if he can actually make it home this time. He got home 5 hours later. Borrowed rides. Walked 2 miles. My legs felt like concrete. They were already there. Sitting in the living room. Drinks in hand. Victor had a whiskey glass. Alex had a beer. My mother, she had that same smile. Oh my God, you actually made it. Alex laughed, clapping. I didn't yell. I didn't even raise my voice. What was that? Victor leaned back, swirling his drink. Relax, Daniel. It was a social experiment. Yeah, Alex added. Like, testing resilience. You're always saying how capable you are. My mother waved her hand. We knew you'd be fine. He nodded slowly. Pretended to accept it. But something about the way Alex kept glancing at his phone, it stuck with me. That night, I checked the family Wi-Fi logs. My system tracked connected devices. Alex's phone had uploaded a 47-minute video at exactly 2:12 de la tarde. The same time I was stranded. He accessed the cloud backup. There it was. A video titled, Station Bet Final Cut Llorando de la Risa. I clicked. It started with me standing on the platform, confused. Then their voices, clear this time. Victor, I'm telling you, he won't make it without calling someone. Alex, eBay got $500, he gets lost in under an hour. My mother, Make it $1,000. It thinks it's so independent. Laughter. My chest tightened. The next morning, I brought it up. Calmly. I saw the video. Silence. Then Victor cleared his throat. You're misunderstanding the context. That was behavioral modeling. Yeah, Alex jumped in content creation. It's a monetization strategy. People love real reactions. My mother nodded. We were going to surprise you. Split the earnings. Earnings? He asked. Ad revenue, Victor said smoothly. Engagement metrics. It's scalable. He watched them. Nodded. Right, I said. Makes sense. He dug deeper. Checked Alice's email. There were no brand deals. No monetization plans. But there was something else. A group chat. Reyes wagers cara dinero en la boca. He opened it. Dozens of bets. $300 says he works past midnight again. $200 he cancels his date to fix mom's car. $1,000 he won't say no if we ask for money this week. Then the worst one. Pinned at the top. $5,000 station drop. Winner takes all. Victor had won. 2 nights later, I stayed quiet. Pretended everything was normal. Then I heard them. In the kitchen. They thought I was asleep. Alice's voice is so easy. Just act supportive and he folds. Victor laughed. It's not a son. It's a resource. My mother, she didn't argue. She just said, as long as he keeps paying. That was the moment something inside me went still. Not broken. Precise. The next morning, I changed my posture. Shoulders slightly slouched. Voice softer. Slower. He let my hands shake just a little when I poured coffee. You've been thinking, I said. Maybe you've been pushing too hard. Emit, scale back the business. Victor's eyes lit up, just for a second. Concern, fake and polished, slid over his face. That might be wise. Burnout is real. Alex nodded quickly. Yeah, bro, mental health first. My mother reached over, squeezing my hand. We just want you happy. He lowered my eyes. La mal. Incide, I was counting. Timin. Guatin. Because if they thought I was weak. They get careless. And careless people always tell the truth when they think no one's listening. He started leaving things around. A folder labeled Asset Liquidation Plan. A printed email about transferring ownership shares. Numbers. Big ones. $2.80 million valuation. $1.60 million potential sale. $400,000 immediate payoff. Back. Then I placed a small black pen on the kitchen counter. Not a pen. A recorder. And I waited. That night, I sat upstairs, phone in my hand, watching the live feed. My heart didn't race. It didn't need to. He already knew who they were. He just needed them to prove it. Victor found the folder first. Holy, he whispered. Alex leaned over his shoulder. Is that real? My mother's voice, low and sharp, keep your voice down. Back his fleet. Numbers read aloud. Then Victor again, greed thick in his tone. If he sells, we need access before he locks it down. Alex laughed. Or we push him. It's already cracking. My mother said it quietly. Cold. Then we make sure he don't change his mind. Silence. Then Victor, we'll need him to sign everything. Alex, easy. He trusts us. He saved the recording. Every word. 3 days later, I invited them to dinner. Not at home. At the private room in a restaurant downtown. $180 per person tasking menu. The kind of place where people speak softly and deals get signed. They showed up dressed sharp. Expectant. Victor even brought a folder. Of course he did. We sat. Order. Small talk. Then Victor leaned in. So, you wanted to discuss the business transition. He took a slow sip of water. Set the glass down. I did. Alex grinned. We're proud of you, man. Big move. My mother nodded. We've always supported you. He looked at her. Really looked. Then I reached into my jacket. Pulled out a single sheet of paper. And placed it on the table. Not a contract. A transcript. Victor's voice. Printed. Word for word. If he sells, we need access before he locks it down. The table went quiet. Didn't they raise my voice? Didn't they rush? He placed another sheet down. Ale's words. Es easy. Ten anoter. My mother's. Make sure he doesn't change his mind. Her hand trembled. Daniel, she started. He held up my hand. Calm. Precise. Then I tapped my phone. The recording played. Soft. Clear. Undeniable. Victor's face strained. Alex looked like he might throw up. My mother, she just stared at me. For the first time. Not laughing. I paid your mortgage, I said quietly. Every bill. Every debt. He slid one last document across the table. Bank statements. Highlighted. $68,000 cleared, $3,750 monthly. 4 years. No one spoke. I thought I was building a family, I continued. Turns out, I was funding a game. Then I did something small. Simple. He picked up Victor's folder. The one he brought. And I tore it in half. Plan. Slow. The sound was louder than shouting. Right on cue, 2 men stepped into the room. Sweets. Calm. Legal. And as of this moment, I said, all financial support ends. Effective immediately. Victor stood up. You can't just. I already did. Within 2 weeks, everything collapsed for them. Mortgage default notices. Credit cards frozen. Victor's consulting contacts stopped returning calls. Alice's social circle evaporated once the videos leaked. Yes, I made sure of that. The group chat? Screenshot. Forwarded. Consequences, documented. My mother tried to call. 43 missed calls. He didn't answer. But I did one thing. He paid off the house, fully. Then transferred ownership. To a trust. Not in their names. They could live there. But they could never sell it. Never leverage it. Security. Without control. For the first time, I gave without being used. 6 weeks later, it rained. Hard. Cold. He opened the door to a knock I already knew. My mother stood there. Soaked. No makeup. No polish. No smile. Daniel, she whispered. Please, we need help. Being here, Alex looked smaller. Victor didn't meet my eyes. He listened. Didn't interrupt. Then I said, quietly, you had a bet. Her lips trembled. We were wrong. I know. A pause. Rain hitting the concrete. I'm not your game anymore. And I closed the door. That night, I sat on the couch with Elena, the one person who had stayed when everything got messy. She leaned into me. You okay? She asked. He exhaled slowly. For the first time in years. Yes. Sometimes the people you protect will test how far they can push you. And sometimes, the only way to win, is to stop playing. If you've ever been treated like an option instead of family, ask yourself, how long would you stay? And if this hit you in any way, don't forget to like, subscribe, and tell me in the comments. What would you have done?